Dear President Trump, I want to start by saying thank you because you've united our country in a way our own politicians could never manage. We are united in the fact that Canada will never be the 51st state. We now understand the folly of depending on the US as our only trading partner in many respects. We also know what we must do to preserve the sovereignty and prosperity of our country. Some say we must find new friends. Others say we must break down interprovincial trade barriers. Others have also said we must buy Canadian as a habit and make more stuff right here in Canada. All good ideas, but I think the biggest gift you've given us is paranoia. We were asleep at the wheel for the longest time. We were complacent. So thank you, because much needed action is now being taken on fentanyl, which has killed so many people in this country too. Thanks to you, we're doing so much more to address the issue of illegal immigrants in this country as well. We would gladly have supported that agenda because we want some of the same things. I still don't understand why you chose to pick on your closest friends, but you're a man of wild ways. But I will say this, it was not a great decision. You said today that we misunderstood your executive order. That's fine. We don't really like misunderstandings in this country. We hate that we misunderstood your trade war as a trade war. But truly, it was our mistake for taking what you said seriously. Part of it was really because we were listening to the words coming out of your mouth, But I think we now know that we must go further than that next time. Maybe even wait till you take our jobs and ruin our economy. This might help prevent any misunderstandings in the future. Look, we love our American neighbors. We buy your stuff, you buy ours. We give you our oil at a discount. We mooch off you on security. You push us to spend more. It's a beautiful friendship. But I must also thank you for making Prime Minister Justin Trudeau look good all of a sudden. He finally got to have 2 phone calls with you today after you put him on Do Not Disturb for weeks. He somehow managed to convince you to back away from tariffs, where the great and misguided Danielle Smith failed miserably and looked like a chump doing it too. Just kidding. We love Danielle Smith, guys. We love Danielle Smith. She had valid reasons for doing what she did. But now you've made Justin Trudeau look good. The same guy whose policies in the last 10 years have left us in this position where you can gaslight us for fun. You've probably wrecked Pierre Poilievre somehow in doing so. Pierre Poilievre is hardly getting any attention these days. He is a little bit rattled, to be honest. Thanks to you, we missed the fact that the CBC asked him to step down in a press conference for some reason.
Do you believe the government's promise of $155 billion in counter tariffs is enough? And what would you do differently to get the president to change course? And to clarify your last question, are you saying that you would step aside and not compete for the head of the country to allow us to get through this crisis? Or I'm unclear about your answer to the last question.
Well, I find it a strange question. Your CBC is asking me to step aside in the next election. It's a very strange request. No, we're not going to suspend democracy. The Canadian people run this country, and they will choose the next Prime Minister. Thank you very much. Next question.
Thank you. Next question.
But thanks to you, Trudeau's crisis management is coming to the fore again, and we're forgetting his policies put us in this position in the first place. Justin Trudeau has looked great in handling these threats. Sorry, we've misunderstood you again, sir. I think you were merely offering constructive criticisms. But thanks to you, the Canadian people might now seek to vote for the Liberals because some of us do not want a leader that is easily misunderstood. We want a leader who is clear, and Pierre Poilievre still meets that criterion, sort of. But now, because we misunderstood you, the Liberals might actually get a chance to form the official opposition. You've actually gifted them a chance to fight for second place, sir. Now, why would you do that? Lastly, I've got to say, as an investor in the stock market, you're messing with my gains, sir. I do not want 4 years of subpar gains because the world keeps misunderstanding trade wars that you would never start. I'm just a guy trying to make some investments in meme stocks and Trump coins. I know these things have a future beyond my sarcasm, really. Thanks to you, I'm now sticking to boring old S&P 500 index funds. And that's no way to live. Respectfully, sir. Please shit or get off the fucking toilet. Tariffs or no tariffs, sir. We just want to avoid any misunderstandings. Respectfully yours, the Wolf of Young Street podcast.